What is going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm going to be talking about how you guys can start winning a lot more of your gunfights. So if you guys are excited for the video, be sure to smash that like button. And if you guys are new to the channel, this is the first video you are watching of mine, please consider hitting that subscribe button. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers, and then turn on that little notification bell so you never miss another upload. If you guys have your notifications on, let me know down in the comments. I'm going to be hearting every single one of my notification squads, so let me know where you guys are at. I always appreciate all the early comments. Thank you guys so much. Let's go ahead and jump into it. So the first tip I have for you guys on winning more gunfights is going to start a little bit slower for a little bit more of the passive players, and then work its way to getting a little bit more aggressive. So there's kind of something in here for every play style depending on how you play. I had a fantastic game with the LK. So again, I think meta weapons are super important to use as well. I don't really have that as a tip, but using the PP19, the QXR, the QQ9, DRH, Man of War is still pretty solid. All whatever is meta, at this point, there's a lot of good guns, but using other guns doesn't mean that you're going to lose gunfights. You just have to be smart with what gun you're using. So use what you're comfortable with. Again, those meta guns, the QXR is typically going to work for most people. But the tip is you guys want to hold tight angles, right? So for example, and you'll see in some of the clips, I'm not just standing, for example, if you're on a doorway, you want to kind of lean to the right side or left side, whatever, so that you guys have a bit of a tighter angle. So versus standing right in the doorway, just scoot yourself to the right a little bit more so less of your body is exposed. So maybe they only have the right side of your body to shoot at versus the entire part of your body to shoot at, right? It's easier to hit a bigger target. So making yourself smaller is super important. So focus, guys. When I give you these tips as well, pay attention and really try and focus on in your gameplay. Once you take these tips, number one, you need to work on not full peeking, and then when you are like again close to a wall, whatever, not fully just sliding all the way out, but rather sometimes aiming down your sights and slowly just kind of seeing where they're at. Tip number two, the next most important, and I don't do it a lot in this gameplay, but is strafing left to right. Again, this is a lot easier with SMGs than ARs, but it's still super good with ARs as well. I have a video talking about the best movements in Call of Duty Mobile in Season 4 that also kind of shows you what you look like using those movements. So I know a lot of movement guides are just showing you from your first person. This guide is showing you what you look like while using those movements. So if you ever wondered in Season 4 at least, super up to date on what you look like when you're using certain movements so you can figure it out, that video is on my channel, just like Season 4 best movements, something like that. It'll come up first in the YouTube search as well. Tip number 3 I have for you guys, and if you guys are still on the video, make sure you comment down below Preaim, Preaim down in the comments. I'll be hearting everybody. I appreciate everybody that watches the entire video. Tip number 3 is pre-aiming. Again, before you go around a corner, before you peek an angle, always aiming down sights, because again, you have that advantage. You're a little bit faster than they are, and it really overall helps you guys out so much. So pre-aiming corners is super important. The next thing that goes with pre-aim, and this is something that again I'm taking from some of my gameplays on what I can do to improve as well, is crosshair placement. Meaning, even if you are pre-aiming, remember, aim for the chest. When you're going through a doorway, you're pre-aiming, you're taking it slow. Make sure you are aiming where they're going to be. Like, for example, if there's a staircase going up, you don't want to aim at the middle of the stairs. You want to kind of, when you go around that corner to swing, you want to kind of start to drag your crosshair up, because they're going to be standing at the top of the stairs. And if they are, you don't want to go from the middle of the stairs and then drag up. It kind of defeats the purpose. So anytime you're kind of moving around the map, try and think, okay, where is chest or head level? Because if there's a staircase, or if there's a ramp going down, or you're going down a staircase, they're not going to be, straight in front of you. They're going to be down. So thinking about crosshair placement is going to be so important for you guys to be able to be effective in your aiming. So remember, if there's anything going up, down, whatever, make sure that you're thinking about that as you're kind of pre-aiming. Because what I noticed a lot was that when I was pre-aiming, I would then start shooting but be off, and then have to adjust my crosshair. The goal with pre-aiming is that you're already aimed down sights, so you don't have to aim down sights, and then with good crosshair placement, you're already on the chest or head. So again, you don't really have to make any adjustments. Basically all you do is shoot, and they have to aim down sights, potentially adjust their aim, and then also start shooting. So it's just a few extra steps that they have to do that you won't have to do. For my next tip, it is about faking out your opponent, pretending like, for example, if you see somebody but there's kind of a gap, you can kind of pretend to run past, right? Like run away like you don't see them, then immediately come back. They're gonna go, oh, okay, you didn't see. And then they're basically off their game. You can just re-peek and then laser. That kind of goes along with the other tip that I have, which is basically when you peek, you want to basically re-challenge every once in a while. And again, this can be sometimes dangerous, but a lot of times when you run away, right, maybe you got shot a bunch, you run away, what they're gonna do is try and chase, and then what you can do is go around a corner, come right back around as they're trying to sprint at you, and then basically just get a free kill as well. So faking and re-challenging is always sometimes a good idea. Re-challenging is hard. If you're super weak, it can be dangerous, but it can also be a lifesaver. So depending on the situation, you'll have to kind of learn, but basically running away and then immediately coming back to re-challenge, and they're not going to expect you to do it. Usually, even if you are slightly more weak, they're not going to expect you. They're going to be sprinting at you, they won't have time to get their aim back up, and you're going to get a free kill. But guys, that is all of the tips I have for how you guys can get better and win more gunfights in COD Mobile Season 4. If you guys did enjoy the video, a like would be very much appreciated. Like I said, follow my Discord down in the description, and I will see you guys in the next one.